So what is the end game for the United States of America? Or only the people who own XRP and the ISOs have a fighting chance, and the NARs and ZIMs and all of that as we get into the revaluation? I understand the central bank digital currencies were completely discontinued at this point, and they're not moving forward with them.
So here's the problem, to reframe the problem. Problem is that America has been a capitalist nation and money has been the prime driver. Now China took after America after 1972 and said, okay, we can print currency and we can buy anything with that currency printed. We can even take Chinese yuan and we can exchange it for US dollars in their currency, and we can use it to pay their politicians and buy their land and buy their businesses and buy their universities and so on and so forth.
Mm-hmm.
So we are at a point where China has such a overwhelming business control of structure. It was infiltration, not invasion. It's a business control of the United States. And the people who will thrive in the future would be those who are financially well off, those people who are able to maneuver within that business environment and have a say for themselves. Now, China does not value billionaires, right? They arrest their billionaires, they lock them in prison, they take and seize all their assets. So that is something that the United States, realistically, as it stands right now, we are on a course to, within 20 to 30 years, being basically completely ruled by China if we do not correct course.
So who is the savior here? Is it Putin with the Brics nation?
No, it's you. It's the individual. So, and this is going to sound self-serving, but it's really not. I'm telling you this message, right, because I want you to know the truth. I don't want to sit here and lie to you and give you false hope. And I don't want to say Trump's the savior. And really, there is no savior. You have to save yourself. And, you know, God helps those who help themselves, right? And we know them by their fruits, right? So we see all the politicians. We see DeSantis. We see Vivek Ramaswamy, the WEF candidate. DeSantis is Skull and Bones. Trump is, another side of the mafia. We got, of course, Biden, who belongs to China. The whole thing is nothing but special interests at the top. So I'm just being real honest with you here. Nobody is coming to save us.
Did you hear anything about the central bank digital currency? There's a video that floated around. I don't know who the gentleman's name is. I can't remember everybody's name. He's pretty famous on making his circuits on little short videos on Telegram. I actually put him in my Telegram recently, and actually put some of my links there to help promote my Telegram, because what he says makes a lot of sense. So you're saying this guy said specifically that the central bank digital currency, that the banks, the central banks themselves have come out and said, we're no longer going to be using the central bank digital currency. Did you hear anything about this at all?
So I've been watching the CBDCs very closely. One of the proposals in my policies, which are all, I probably should have mentioned this sooner, right? But it's patrickforpresident.com. One of my primary policies is the 28th Amendment of the Constitution, which would guarantee the right to freedom of finance, whether it's gold, cash, credit, crypto. It would also ban the United States government from influencing what you buy or how you behave using your finances. It would also put an end to accredited investor discrimination, as well as predatory lending. So now that is realistically the only solution anybody has put forth as to how a CBDC happens and freedom is maintained moving forward.
Wow.
Now, there is Vivek Ramaswamy and there's, DeSantis have both said that there'd be no CBDC under their presidency. First, let me tell you that's a lie, because it's absolutely not something that the president is going to have a direct ability to stop. But more importantly than that, we couldn't stop going from barter to going to bullion, and bullion to coinage, or coinage to paper, or paper to debit and plastic, and plastic to digital currency, right? So a CBDC is the natural evolution of money. So holding the United States back from a CBDC only guarantees that our adversaries progress financially, while the United States takes a back burner for the next 50 to 100 years.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if we do have a CBDC and we do not handcuff the government and limit their ability to use it against us, it will be a tool for tyranny. They will be using it to say, Mel Carmine, you can only buy 24 ounces of meat this month because your farts produce too much CO2 and that's bad for the climate. Or they'll say, no more internal combustion engines. You're going to have a gas limit per month. All those types of things that will happen if we do not handcuff the United States government.